Hi guys, so I just want to do a little screen recording here to kind of go through our new reading skill topic for this week, just to help you a little bit better. Sometimes summarizing can be pretty difficult. So this week in reading, we are going to learn about summarizing nonfiction. So what is a nonfiction summary? We know that nonfiction means this story or article that we're reading is true. It's based off of factual information. A nonfiction summary is a brief recap of the main idea and supporting details found in informational text. The key word here is brief, meaning it's not super long, it just summarizes the main idea and important details of the text. Good readers summarize before, during, and after we read. So, it's hard to differentiate sometimes between a summary and a retell. So I'm going to go over quickly what the difference is between these two so we don't end up retelling the whole story or the article that we've read. A summary focuses on main idea of an informational text. It's written in your own words. It's short and focused. It includes key points, meaning the topic statement, the main idea, and supporting details. It includes specific facts to support the main idea. Now that is a summary. A retell retells the entire article or informational text. It's very long with too many unneeded facts. It includes too many of the author's words from the article or text. It's not in your own words. You're just literally rewriting what the author wrote, which is not a summary, that's a retell. So, how do we summarize nonfiction? Well, first, we have to read, right? We have to gather the important information about the topic, the main idea, and supporting details. And then we have to pause. We have to ask ourselves, does this information support the main idea of the article or the text? So as you're reading and thinking about how you can summarize a nonfiction article or book, you need to ask yourself, wait, this is an important piece of information and this definitely supports the main idea. So you're going to want to include that in your article. And then finally, we write. You record your summary using your own words to reflect the main idea and supporting details. And I'll go over an example of how to do this today before you do it on your own later in the week. So you're probably asking yourself, well, why do we have to summarize? What does this do? Summarizing helps us understand the main idea and the supporting details. It's easy just to read a story or an article and then just be done with it. But did you actually understand what you were reading? Are you taking the information away from the article? It also helps us distinguish interesting information from important information. Some articles and books that are nonfiction can be very long, and you'll find yourself struggling to summarize these, but summarizing does help us pick apart and distinguish between what are the interesting facts and pieces of information versus what's the important information. If I had to summarize this and let somebody know what this article was about, what is the important information that I want to tell them? And then it also helps us talk about the key points of the text or article. This helps us have a conversation about it. It helps me know that you actually read what we're reading. It's almost like a comprehension. So when to summarize? Before, during, and after. Before you continue reading a nonfiction text, article, or book, summarize what you've learned in the text so far. And then during. During, I think, is the most important. When you approach a new heading, section, or text feature, be sure to be on the lookout for the main idea and supporting details as you read. So as you read, you'll say, oh, that's really important. That has a lot to do with what the main idea is. I definitely should include that in my summary. And then finally, after. At the end of your reading, you're going to summarize what you've read by writing about it can talk about it, or just simply thinking about it. I like to use the acronym TSMIDS, okay, to summarize nonfiction. This helps us writing a summary. So first, when you're writing your summary, you write the topic statement. This clearly states the topic of the text or article that you read at the beginning of your summary. So this could say something like, I read the book, The Moon Book. The topic of this book is all about the moon. And then you're going to do the M and the I, main idea. Using the information that you learned, you're going to state the main idea of the reading. Remember that the main idea should be a detailed sentence or two. So, yes, our topic statement was, I read the book, The Moon Book. It is about the moon. But there has to be a main idea. Does it specify something specific about the moon? Did it talk about the size of the moon, the location of the moon? So this is really the main idea where you're focusing on what exactly the book was saying about the moon. And then you're going to find details to support. So this is the D and the S. You're going to include 3 to 4 important details from the text that support the main idea of the reading. Remember to put this information into your own words. So as you can see, when we're writing a summary, you're going to have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 5 to 6 sentences, so a paragraph or a longer paragraph as your summary. Okay? Again, we're not rewriting and retelling the whole article. It's about 5 to 6 sentences. All right, and that's it for that.